I guess in real life, he was a bit like a bit of all the characters that he eventually went through. It was that those things were always there. He just seemed to stress certain parts of his character at certain times for certain, for certain periods. Um, he had a great sense of humor when you weren't performing or recording. Um, no, in fact, even recording, you would have a good laugh. We always had this thing, you work hard and you do your best, but you're supposed to be enjoying yourself as well. So we had that in. When we started doing the Hunky Dory Ziggy albums, we'd kind of learned early on that he got bored very easy. And so we would have this idea, you might have 10 versions of a song or 5 maybe to do, and then pick the best one. But it didn't go like that. Sometimes he'd write one on a Friday and say, oh, we'll do this in Trident on Monday. And you'd heard it twice, so you had a rough idea. And you get in the studio, he'd play it once more to you. Or he might even go, oh no, we're not doing that one. I've just finished this one. So you were like, okay, how does it go? And you'd play it twice, and then he would say to Ken Scott, the producer, okay, is it rolling? Which meant the red light's on, you're recording, and you've only heard it twice. And then you'd kind of maybe do 1 or 2 takes, and you'd go up to listen back to what you'd just done. And then you'd go, oh yeah, now we know what it's like. Let's go do another one. And he would go, no, that's it. And you go, but that one is the first time we've played it correct. And you go, yeah, that's exactly what I want. And you would, at first we thought, okay, is this right? Is this stupid? And he'd say, no, let me put my acoustic on. So he'd put his 12 string on, and it would kind of give it a different quality. And then he'd say, let me do a vocal. He would do that, and the whole track would just go vroom and come to life. And we started to realize that he didn't want a kind of a labored version or a correct version. He wanted, how do you feel it when you first hear it? What do you want to play? What fits? And you're all in that same creative mode at that time. And it somehow gets onto the record. It's that you're in that create. If you do 5 takes of it or 10, then you're sitting there thinking, what did I do on that second one? It was really good. I want to do that. So you're copying yourself, and that gets onto the record. It's like it's not fresh. It's not new. So we got used to recording with him like that. I mean, his vocal takes, he would go down and sing something like Life on Mars. He'd sing it in 1 take. He'd just sing it and go, that's it. And you go, oh my God, He very rarely dropped in to do other bits. It was always bang. He knew exactly what he was doing.